Hello, friend! Welcome back to another video with your man, Jen the Man. And today, we are going to talk about, firstly, Mortal Kombat trailer just came out this week, and WandaVision Season 1, Episode 7. It's pretty interesting what's happening. I think I've like covered like the first 2 episodes, but I never really talk about it in the next few episodes. But yeah, Episode 7 just came out. It's quite interesting. I just want to talk about it. And then third is Princess Diaries. I'm feeling nostalgic. Just want to watch back again. I think just came into my mind. Oh yeah, there's this movie called Princess Diaries. I should watch it back again. Finally watched it both, and yeah, just want to talk about that as well. And that's about it for this week.
That's all, folks.
So CNY, it's still happening. But the MCO has extended until March the 4th, so technically we still can't celebrate CNY because MCO is still implemented for KL and Selangor, but for Perak has they are in the CMCO at the moment. But I don't know, MCO is pretty hard to, it's pretty confusing because sometimes what the announcement said is like you can do certain things but you cannot do certain things, but sometimes the certain things that you can cannot do, it's clashing with each other because you're still having a lot of people getting involved, right? So I don't understand why is it still at MCO, because it's like CMCO, so I don't know why it's still at MCO. So I don't know, it's quite confusing because you get to do certain things but you cannot do certain things, like it's within the same thing. I don't know. Basically there's still a lot of people outside, there's still a lot of cars, but yeah, you cannot you cannot travel interstate, inter-district, but still there are people doing it. So I don't know, but I think it's good to implement some form of SOPs, but yeah, you just have to be a bit strict about it. Over the last few weeks, there are a lot of different things that's slowly opening up. Now you don't have to dine in for 2 people. You can dine in with how many people as well, as long as you do the strict SOPs. I think strict SOPs is the way to go. As long as you are implementing that, there's social distancing, everybody's wearing masks, taking temperatures. I think that's the way to go. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, business still has to run. I don't know, sports you are able to do it, but you cannot. You have to practice social distancing. I'm not really sure, but I know for sure in terms of advertising, for me, just going out for production, you still cannot do it. So we still have to wait until March the 4th. Then only work starts. I think after MCO only our work can start, but at the moment only you are able to shoot in studios, but it's just for studio. Anything else, it's not considered as studio anymore, so you can't do it. And every crew member has to go for COVID-19 test before they even start work. So yeah, it's pretty strict, so we can't do any shooting at the moment. So it's we just have to sit out and wait for it. In the meantime, just trying to keep myself busy and just stay at home. So yeah, that's CNY MCO. I'm still wearing red. Happy Chinese New Year, everyone. I think today is the 8th day, so it's a celebration for all the Hokkien people. And yesterday was everybody's birthday, so happy belated birthday to all of you Chinese people. But yeah, that's about it for CNY and MCO. Just an update. So yeah, I think the next one, let's dive into it. Mortal Kombat trailer just came out this week. It was very interesting. If you all haven't watched it, maybe let's pull it out and let's watch it together. So here's the trailer. It's a red band trailer, so just be warned that it's gonna be very gory. And there's some foul language as well. But yeah, I think that's Mortal Kombat, right? You have to make it R-rated because it's very gory. It's it's very like, it's for mature audiences lah. Okay, let's just play the trailer and then let's see, and let me see whether you have any thoughts about it.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. Ooh. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation
Mortal
to fight for
Kombat!
something known. As Mortal Kombat.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao.
Moderated. The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people we put in the ground, we will not fail. Kill them.
Ooh.
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
So yeah, that's the trailer, and it's pretty interesting. Okay, so Mortal Kombat, just to let everyone know, it's a video game actually, and they are turning it into a movie now. It's a reboot because they've done it before. They've done a few movies before this, but it wasn't great because of the CGI. It wasn't up to par, you know, and they made it really silly, and it was just something that it was sort of like a parody lah, but it's not really done well. But they made it like seem like they were quite serious about it. I actually haven't watched a movie, the previous movies lah, about Mortal Kombat, but I played the game. So the game is quite interesting. It's a fighting game, so like something like Street Fighters, but more violent. It's very gory, and basically it's about a tournament lah. Okay, so Mortal Kombat is a tournament, and you know, all these people from different universe are joined together in this tournament to fight it out. And yeah, so I think that's the main plot of it, right? But in that plot itself, there is a lot of different stories. So you have like I think the main villain for this one would be Sub-Zero. So Sub-Zero and Scorpion had like some sort of a story there, conflict. So I think that if this movie was based on that, I think it would be a very good story to focus on. So Sub-Zero and Scorpion, they are the main sort of story lah, and then you have a few more that I don't know. I personally like Liu Kang and you know, the Kung Lao together. So I think that was the game that I first played. You know, it was Liu Kang and Kung Lao together, and you're just going around and trying to fight other people lah. So I think that was the first game that I ever played for Mortal Kombat. I think now there is like Mortal Kombat 12. So I think there was 12 games from this already. So it's pretty established in terms of the video game, but in terms of movies wise, I think this is the one that is quite serious, and the CGI from the trailer is quite interesting. I think it's quite well made. Like maybe a certain shots here and there, it looks a bit fake, but I don't know. As long as you can give me a good stories that focus on certain things and make it just good enough, like a guilty pleasure kind of movie, I think yeah, it will be interesting to watch, and hopefully this movie will be great. I think it's coming out in April, And the director itself, I think his name is Simon McQueen. And yeah, from what I heard from an article somewhere, that he is a real fan of the game. So you know, bringing in someone who is well known in the well known in terms of the history of the game, and you know, sort of have is a fan of the game as well, to make this movie, I think it will be a great bonus as well. But from the trailer itself, you know, the mood, the scenery, and just on how it's made, how it's looked, yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch it. So hopefully it will be a great video game movie that we've come to get one, you know, forever. You know, none of the video games that turn into a movie is ever that good. So hopefully this is good. Oh yeah, talking about video games. Okay, so The Last of Us, and okay, so I just thought about this, right? The Last of Us, they casted their Ellie and Joel. I will pull this out because I am quite excited to talk about The Last of Us casting. So for The Last of Us casting, we have Pedro Pascal as Joel, and we have Bella Ramsey as Ellie. Those of you who have not known, Pedro Pascal is very well known in the Game of Thrones, the fight between the Wasper and the Giant. I don't know what's it called, but he came out from Game of Thrones, right? That's where we know him from. But then he was doing like the latest one, the Wonder Woman. He's the villain, and then yeah, he was the Mandalorian as well. So casting him in The Last of Us, I think it's a very interesting and very I think it's a very good choice as Joel. I thought Hugh Jackman would be a great one, but I'm actually quite excited for Pedro Pascal as Joel. And then we have Bella Ramsey. Okay, Bella Ramsey, those of you who have not known, that she is well known in the Game of Thrones. So she was this very young queen in the north. Yeah, so when if Game of Thrones people who have watched the series, you would know who this girl is, right? So she as Ellie, and I think, yeah, it's a great casting, I think. I don't know, hopefully she pulls it off. But I saw this one post in Twitter that they're trying to make it into a cover, and they really look the part. I'm just gonna pull it up, and y'all would see like how they look up as Joel and Ellie. So I think that is gonna be a great one. Can't wait. HBO series The Last of Us with these two, Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey as Joel and Ellie. Can't wait. So those of you who have not known what is The Last of Us, so The Last of Us, you follow Joel and Ellie as they walk across the whole United States in a post-apocalyptic world. And Joel I think Ellie is she is the cure. So Joel has to courier her all the way from one side to another side, just to give it to this Firefly people who are going to turn it into a cure. So the whole game is about that, and you go through different seasons. You have summer, winter, spring, and then autumn as well. Yeah, but those who have know that the video game in winter is the most shocking season, and y'all who have played the game, y'all would know winter is coming. So just to cast Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey in one of the shows is quite great lah. I think it's a good casting, and I'm quite excited to it. So yeah, that's for The Last of Us. Next, Mortal Kombat WandaVision. Okay, talking about WandaVision, right? Alright, so the first 2 episodes, it wasn't very done. I don't know, it didn't hook me into the series when in the first 2 episodes came out. But ever since the 3rd episode until now, episode 7, it sort of became very interesting. So basically, WandaVision is it happened after Endgame, and Vision died. So Wanda created this reality realm in Westview, where she brought back Vision and lived together in this reality that Wanda creates. So it's like a talk show reality TV sort of program. It started off with the 50s to the 60s, and then all the way until like episode 7. It's now in the 2000s, where it follows a lot like The Office, a Modern Family kind of vibe. So it's a very interesting take in the MCU. So yeah, so I think we sort of start to learn more about it. So out of this realm, then there's this sword that's trying to figure out what's happening, and they all think that Wanda is the one that's creating all of this, and they want to take Wanda out. And then you have this Monica, who was in that realm, but then she got kicked out by Wanda, and then she's trying to tell the sword people that it's not Wanda. Actually, Wanda is the one created it, but she is the solution to make it all go away. So she just need to convince Wanda that it's okay to lose somebody, because Wanda losing Vision, so she became more emotional, and that's why she created all of this now. Alright, so so those people who are trying to antagonize her, and then she became like really angry, and then she expand that reality realm to a bit more and more. But in the last episode, we found out that there is a villain involved in this. So so those of you all have who don't know what happened in WandaVision, who have not seen it, or maybe you want to see it, just letting you all know that it will be spoiler territory lah. Okay, so just warning you guys, if you want to watch it, just skip along. But if you all don't really care, just want to know what happened, so I'm just gonna tell it right there. Okay, so we found out that there is a villain, which is the name is Agatha. So Agatha is a witch. We just found out in episode 7 that she is a witch, and she's been controlling all of this thing that Wanda has created. So Wanda created this reality realm, but Agatha is the one that's controlling the story, so controlling like what's happening, and I don't know, I've yet to figure out like what's actually happening. So I think the last episode we saw Wanda's brother came along. So Quicksilver, they took Quicksilver from the X-Men to come in as a cameo for this show. So I find it that quite smart lah. Okay, so Quicksilver in the MCU one, he died in MCU, I think, against Ultron, the Age of Ultron. So they brought in Evan Peters to play this Quicksilver of another dimension, right? So it was quite smart on MCU's part to do this lah, on Marvel's part. So yeah, Agatha is the one controlling in terms of the kids that she has, or in terms of those people that's around her, just to create a story around Wanda, right? So Wanda is just the one that's creating the world, but then Agatha is the one creating the story, so we just found out that there was this dungeon, like a witch dungeon, and we're just trying to find out what's really happening. So I think episode 8, next episode, is the last one, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe there's 10 episodes, I'm not really sure. But so far I think WandaVision has been very interesting, and I think it's good to see something very very different from the MCU, and just taking a lot of all these characters that we sort of known and just making it a bit more fresh. And I think so far it's quite interesting. And I think if you all haven't watched it, I think you should go and watch it. And if you all have been watching it, tell me how interesting it is, or maybe you just don't really care. Maybe it's not up to your alley in terms of this WandaVision series that they are doing. I think it's I think so far it's quite interesting lah. First 2 episodes never really sell me in terms of like it's not really my kind of TV show, but ever since episode 3 until now, it's getting better lah. So just want to know what's gonna happen in the next episode, and hopefully it's good. So that's that for WandaVision, and episode 8 next week, every Friday actually. So yeah, next is Princess Diaries. So Princess Diaries, I watched it when I was very young, couldn't remember when, but both of the movies, it came out in 2001 and 2004. So I was still in high school. And yeah, I think Princess Diaries is sort of like a guilty pleasure. There's a lot of things that you can talk about in terms of faults, like the storyline, the dialogue, and just the cliches lah, you know. But when Princess Diaries came out, I really like Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews. You know, I think the two of them and the chemistry between the both of them. Personally, I like Julie Andrews a lot because, you know, she's in Sound of Music. She's the Mary Poppins that I know. Not the Emily Blunt. I mean, Emily Blunt is good as well. But I knowing Julie Andrews as Mary Poppins is one of the reasons why I like her so much, right? And yeah, and Anne Hathaway plays Mia, and Mia is the coming of age princess story. And you know, the first movie was quite, I think it's quite nice to watch you know, just seeing Mia trying to become from a teenager to a princess. So yeah, it's really fun. And the second movie is more towards like a love story where you know, in order to be queen, she has to find a one true love and just marry, you know. So I think that's, and yeah, Shonda Rhimes was actually one of the writers for Princess Diaries 2. So it's quite like bizarre that Shonda Rhimes is actually writing for Princess Diaries 2. I heard they're doing a Princess Diaries 3, but I'm not really sure how are they gonna tell the story, because at the end of Princess Diaries 2, Mia became the queen. And Julie Andrews has married Joe, which is one of the other characters that I really like in the film. Like he's sort of like the father figure, talks really low and very slow and very calm, and he's the type of quite I quite like that sort of Joe character lah, you know, in the movie. So Princess Diaries is yeah, it's a guilty pleasure. It's not really say like, oh yeah, once you know, really like focus on like the certain things, there are a lot of faults, but if you're just laid back, you know, watching it as a nostalgia, you know, just going back, you know, watching it again, and just a chill time, you know, watching the films again, I think it's a really enjoyable one. Coming of age, I do laugh at some scenes because Anne Hathaway really sells it, and you know, just the Julie Andrews being the queen, it's yeah, it's very well, very I like the chemistry. I think just going back to watch that, I think is very well. It's yeah, you go back, it's just to watch the chemistry between the both of them lah, and I think it works for the movie. Although yeah, it gets a very low score on Rotten Tomato, but I don't really care about that lah. I think it's, at the end of the day, it's about whether, yeah, it's something like White Chicks, right? There are a lot of problems that you can talk about, but at the end of the day, it's like a movie that you can watch and chill at the same time. So do go and watch it and tell me like, what do you think of the movie? Personally, I quite like it. You know, it's something like, yeah, something that I can just put it on once in a while and just watch it again. It's very nice watch. So yeah, that's that for this week. Yeah, I think February, next week would be the end of February, talking about movies. I'm not really sure what else to really talk about because I haven't been really watching a lot of movies. Maybe next week we'll be talking about TV shows, maybe. Yeah, something about maybe my favorite TV shows and whatnot. I'm not really sure what to do next month for much, but I was thinking of maybe talking more about other stuff like maybe music, or you know, I was actually thinking of, you know, just talking to people or interviewing people that's in the advertising industry or production as well, just to you know, learn more from them and just to get an insight of like what you know, what does a production actually do. You know, once in a while I want to dive into that lah, you know. So this year we have 10 more months to go, so 10 more sort of like ideas to talk about in that specific month. So the first month in January was more towards like current news and politics, this month was more towards on movies. So I did on documentaries and short films, and right now with you know, just movies itself. At first, you know, before this I was doing a lot of like one single video, 5 minutes, just reviewing of that certain movie. I sort of done that, but I feel like after a while it became very scripted, you know. It became like I don't know, it's a bit fake to do it, you know. And I feel like maybe this is a format that I feel more comfortable with. Not so much editing to do, but it's more like a conversation between you and me, you know. And I want to do that for my next videos, and just to be a conversation, you know. It might not garner a lot of views, it might not garner a lot of subscribers, but I think doing this YouTube thing is not really about gaining that. It's more towards me just trying to have a conversation, just trying to talk about things that I like to do, I like to talk about, which is you know, just generally entertainment lah, you know. So from production to movies to TV shows to you know, maybe music and art, you know, who knows, you know. So it's just I'm just taking this year just to explore on what things that I like to talk about, and you know, what really sticks the landing, and maybe, you know, if there are, you know, more people watching it that would be great, right? And yeah, I think views wise, you know, I didn't really do much in terms of like boosting anything or trying to, you know, put it out there in like Facebook or Instagram that I'm doing this YouTube thing. So it's pretty low key. And I don't know, you know, something about this is that I want to do it out of I want to do it because I'm doing it for my own interest and passion, you know. I don't want to do it just because, oh, I'm doing it for the views, I'm doing it for the subscribers, I want to get famous, you know. I don't think that's the main thing that I want to do YouTube for. I think at the end of the day, I just want to talk about things that I like to talk about, and also just you know, talking about things that that I just want to share it with you guys. And for me also, I want to improve on my English. Just want to improve on my just talking to people. I'm just talking to a camera, but at least I'm, you know, meeting the quota for a day. I don't know, I saw a research somewhere that, you know, you have to speak like a certain amount of things in a day to help you improve in your speech and whatnot. But I don't know whether am I improving or not. I still stumble here and there. I don't know. I've been telling everyone that I stutter, because sometimes it takes a while for me to say a certain word, or to find the right sentence, or to find the right word, you know. So, and I do a lot of la, and so I want to try to minimize that, and just trying to be more articulate in the way I say, in the way I talk about things. And you know, sometimes I just so those jump cuts, short video, 5 minutes, it doesn't really do that, you know. It became really scripted, and like, just want to aim a certain line that I write or something like that. So I don't really want to do that. I just want to have a conversation, you know. Doing live stream also helps that. So because sometimes in these videos as well, I try to do a little bit, like a few more rounds, just to get myself warmed up. So I'm still trying to like go into that sense where I can just start the recording, and I can just be myself talking with you guys, with no like sort of, oh, I made a mistake and I want to like re-record or something like that. You know, there's a lot of people out there, you know, it's just trying to make it so perfect that it takes a lot out of it, you know, the experience of I don't know. For me, I find like nowadays YouTube, Twitch, it's just spending time with that creator, you know, just making a friend or just starting a community, just talking about certain things, right? So for me, I want to do that. I want to, you know, just chill with you guys, and I think that's the main thing that I wanted to do. You know, ever since I started in January, and just trying to be really consistent. Although I'm doing it every week, this week I've just I'm late for a day. Also, I feel bad already, and I actually want to do more videos, but I just don't have the drive to do it like more videos, right? And it takes out a lot of time as well. But yeah, I okay, just want to share with you guys that I actually thinking of opening a Twitch account where I can just play games. So I have my Nintendo Switch, so there's a lot of games that I haven't really played, and so I just want to, like, you know, play games and all those indie games, and just to give a shout out. And personally, I play a lot of games as well, and you know, maybe just chill and have just playing games. I think that could work as well. But I see how, like, because every week doing a video like this, and I don't know, sometimes I just don't want to really edit so much. And I just wanna, you know, just chill, and maybe that helps as well. So I think I ramble along too much already, but yeah, I think that just trying to find the right thing to not the right thing lah, but more like things that I can interested in or passionate about, and I'm trying to do that lah for this YouTube video channel. And next month I'm still thinking about what to do, but hopefully I'll think about it, and maybe next week I'll let you guys know. But anyway, those who are watching right now for this video, thank you guys for just watching. And I know I just only done a few videos, and you know, I only have like maybe 10 to 30 viewers. So even I have you guys watching my videos also, it's really I'm really grateful for that. Just want to shout out to my mom who's been supporting me so much for this also. I just want to thank you for, you know, doing just adding a more conversation to talk about also. And thank you guys for, you know, watching the videos. I don't know whether you've watched all the way until the end, but even if you do also, thank you so much. And do leave a like, subscribe, and comment below if you have anything to talk about. I'm always here, and I'll see you guys next week again. Till then, bye bye.